January transfer window: Sancho, Toni, Malen and others who could move. The January transfer window is officially open for business and may be busier than usual. Managers are right, but predictably, talking about January being a bad month for player trading, but a combination of factors could fuel activity this month. Saudi professional league clubs may once again look to recruit players from Europe, creating ripples in the market, while the Africa Cup of Nations in January may leave some clubs in key positions. As leading clubs continue to hoard talent beyond their immediate needs, there are many high-profile players disgruntled at their lack of minutes, especially with Euro 2024 looming on the horizon and their national team under threat. Here we take a look at 10 players who could be on the move this month. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United. The England winger has not kicked a ball at United since his public row with manager Erik ten Hag. The Dutch coach insists that Sancho must apologize to him if he wants to be reintegrated into the team, but the 23-year-old has flatly rejected that. With that relationship apparently fractured beyond repair, a parting of ways seems inevitable even if Ineos' new investors might want to broker a truce. A return to the Bundesliga on loan would seem most likely, perhaps even to former club Borussia Dortmund, before a permanent exit in the summer unless of course the management situation at Old Trafford changes. Interested clubs: Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus. Aaron Ramsdale, Arsenal. Arsenal's 25-year-old goalkeeper was brutally disposed of at the start of the season when manager Mikel Arteta brought in David Raya from Brentford and immediately installed him as their new first-choice goalkeeper. Ramsdale's hopes of overtaking Jordan Pickford in England's Euro 2024 squad are likely to be over, but will be nil if he continues to warm the bench at the Emirates Stadium. His situation is complicated by the fact that the Gunners are unlikely to agree to a loan move to a Premier League rival, but Ramsdale is said to be unhappy and likely to push for a move. Interested clubs: Newcastle, Chelsea. Calvin Phillips, Manchester City. Another player needs to move on if he is to earn a place in Gareth Southgate's Three Lions side. That didn't happen for him at Manchester City, and you wonder why they bothered to sign him in the first place, other than meeting domestic quotas and preventing him from joining a rival. Manager Pep Guardiola says he can't see him in his vision for the team, which is as clear a message to pack his bags as Phillips is likely to get. The midfielder is said to be open to a move to Serie A with Juventus, who have already conducted an investigation. Meanwhile, a host of Premier League clubs are vying for a position to secure the England midfielder on an initial loan. It is likely to be expensive despite City's demand for a loan fee to cover most of his £130,000 weekly wages. Interested clubs: Juventus, Newcastle, Everton. Ivan Toni, Brentford. Were it not for the ban imposed on him for breaching gambling rules, there was every chance the Bees striker would leave in the summer. The 27-year-old returns to football on January 17, making him a prime target for Premier League clubs in need of reinforcements up front. Toni scored 12 goals in his first season in the top flight, then followed that up with 20 league goals in the 2022-23 season. Brentford would be keen to keep hold of him, but if concrete interest materializes, that could be difficult. Interested clubs: Arsenal, Chelsea. Donyell Malen, Borussia Dortmund. The Netherlands international had interest in the Premier League when he moved to Germany from PSV Eindhoven in 2021. Despite being a regular at Dortmund, rumors persist that they want to cash in on him. If you were looking for adjectives to describe his time at the club, the word promising would be followed by inconsistent. The 24-year-old had his best spell in the second half of last season as Dortmund competed for the Bundesliga title and then squandered it. It has been suggested that a fee of €30 million, either now or under a loan, would be enough to get the deal done. Interested clubs: Liverpool, Manchester United. Santiago Jimenez, Feyenoord. The Mexico international's goals helped Arne Slot's side win the Eredivisie title last season. Jimenez bagged 23 goals in 45 appearances in all competitions, but has since stepped up again in the 2023-24 season, scoring 18 goals in 16 league appearances. Aside from his impressive statistics, the 22-year-old passes the eye test. He is tall, fast, mobile, technically adept and capable of scoring consistently while leading the line single-handedly. No wonder a host of clubs were scouting him. An offer of between €50 and €60 million is likely to tempt the Rotterdam family into doing business. A summer move is perhaps more likely, but a January exit cannot be ruled out. Interested clubs: Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Tottenham. Ciro Geraci, Stuttgart. The French-born Guinean international is having the best form of his life in the Bundesliga with Stuttgart. After scoring 11 goals in 22 appearances on loan last season, the German club have exercised their option to make the move permanent. This year he has scored 17 goals in 14 league matches, attracting interest across Europe. The fact that he only has a €17.5 million release clause in his contract means it is almost inevitable that someone will bet on the 27-year-old. Interested clubs: Manchester United, Milan, Tottenham, West Ham. Hugo Ekitike, Paris Saint-Germain. The Paris Saint-Germain striker has chosen to reject strong summer interest to stay and fight for his place at the Parc des Princes. But this decision backfired as he played only 9 minutes all season and his management spoke in the press about the negative impact on his mental health. Paris Saint-Germain are said to be keen to recoup most of the €35 million they paid Reims for the youngster, but that seems a long shot given his chronic lack of first-team football. A loan looks much more likely with clubs in France, England, Germany and Italy showing interest. Interested clubs: Crystal Palace, Lyon, Eintracht Frankfurt, Roma. Andre, Fluminense. The highly rated Brazilian midfielder has spoken openly about his desire to join a Premier League club, and following the end of Fluminense Club World Cup campaign, now appears to be an opportune moment for the Brazilian team to cash in on him. The tireless 22-year-old has won 4 caps for his country and has already made an impressive 164 appearances for his club. This has led to an influx of European scouts to Fluminense matches, including from some of the biggest clubs in the world. Fulham have made their interest very clear but could hold out for a move to the Champions League. Interested clubs: Barcelona, Liverpool, Fulham. Gata, Union. The Portuguese winger's move to Saudi Arabia has been a disaster as he barely featured and was even deregistered by the Tigers for their SPL campaign. And after his previously impressive performances for Celtic, he is sure to be on the radar of a number of Premier League clubs this month. Given the Saudi private investment fund's involvement with both Etihad and Newcastle, it is not surprising to see reports already linking him with a loan move to Tyneside. Former Celtic coach Ange Postecoglou could also look forward to a reunion in North London. Interested clubs: Tottenham, Newcastle, Celtic.